Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video. This will be me talking about the Cyntoia Brown case. I've been noticing this has been popping up over social media a lot lately, and it is quite surprising because this is an old case. There's a documentary that was made on this case, I think it was in 2012, so a lot of people have been, putting her picture up and saying justice for her, and it's just kind of left me scratching my mind a little bit because this happened some years ago. So Rihanna posted this this picture of her and basically left her comments. I didn't screen much all of her comments, but basically it was just saying, this girl was being sex trafficked at the age of 16, and she'd been drugged, she'd been raped repeatedly, and eventually she found herself in a situation where the guy that had been abusing her, it was kind of a kill or be killed type scenario, and she chose to kill him. There was a documentary, and the thing is, I have seen this, and this is why I was like, this is weird, because I'd watched this documentary years ago when it had come out. As she's killed him, she's guilty for murder, but what her attorneys were trying to do was they were trying to give you the background story of her upbringing and everything, with the hope that that would kind of reduce the sentence and shed light as to her background, because obviously people, have to understand that some of the things you go through when you're growing up do manifest in you when you are older. And I remember seeing this documentary, and it's just been popping up all over the place, really, and I kind of just felt like it was interesting timing, because obviously we've had Nika Jenkins' case that's been going on for a while, and there hasn't really been much of a follow-up on that, simply because I don't believe they're supposed to be. I don't believe that they're supposed to be a breakthrough. People are still making videos, people are still giving their thoughts and opinions on what they think's happened and how they think justice will be found. However, it's young women, and it's young black women, which I think is quite important with this. I know this girl's mum had given her up when she was younger. Like, I watched a documentary, so I have got a few pictures that I thought were a bit relevant. So this is Rihanna's Instagram. Okay, and she put this other one up of her, and I don't know if this is a recent picture, because apparently have I got the... yeah, there we go. So this was uploaded 1 day ago, so this was probably like sometime this week, and she's graduated, but I'm not sure like if this is in prison or if this is outside of prison. I don't know if she's on a what do you call it, like, I know with some prisoners, some inmates, they do release you, so they will release you for the day and you have to return. So maybe she has graduated recently, and this is why this is making headlines again. But as it says there, she's been in prison from 2006, so she was in prison 10 years ago when she was 16, which now will make her about, what, 26? So this did happen a long time ago. And for any of my British viewers, I know like 80% of the guys that watch my video are actually Americans, but for any of you guys that are familiar with the BBC, they have different channels, and they have a channel called BBC Three. It is no longer a TV channel now, and it can only be accessed through the internet. So it's kind of like a Netflix in a sense, where they stream their TV shows online, but it did used to be an actual TV channel. And I watched this documentary. It was saying it was last on in 2012, so I'm not 100% sure when. I know I watched it some years ago, so 2012, 2011, but I remember watching this documentary a long time ago. So it's saying in a video, this was just a screenshot just to kind of show you guys the BBC website and what it would have looked like. But she was arrested in 2004 and then convicted in 2005. This documentary, which you may be able to find on YouTube, if I quickly have a look, actually, it shows you her before she was a like before she got convicted. It takes you through the trial, and then it takes you a couple of years after. So I mean, this has happened a long time ago, and I'm surprised people are still you know, I'm surprised people are still, well, not still, but now reporting on it, now kind of making it a thing almost. I don't know, it's weird. Don't get me wrong, I mean, her story is sad, and I think under the circumstances, I do feel as though she was not given a fair trial, and with her age and everything like that, it's not really ideal. But where is this documentary? There's a documentary here. So there's a documentary here. So this is like the full documentary. You can just about see it. Hold on, if I just quickly click on this. Okay, but yeah, you can see in the corner there, it's kind of been blurred out, but that is like the BBC Three's logo. Okay, and that is when I'd seen it, and so this was uploaded some time ago. So, well, this was published in 2014, so that's 3 years ago. But as I said, I don't think it's the original video. The original video will belong to the BBC, and so it's this girl here. So, you know, this did happen some time ago. So, you know, I'm not saying that it's not important and that we shouldn't care. We should care, but I feel like it's really important to question why is this now being resurfaced? Why is this you know, making headlines, and why is this trending on social media? You know, so you have like celebrities like Rihanna and the Kardashians are sharing a story and trying to get her released from prison, and it is literally, this was like, I put her name into Instagram, and this was everything that was trending, you know, around her name. So it is quite interesting as far as this being an old case and this making headlines, but I do feel like these sorts of events do play in the heart, and these sorts of events do get people emotionally attached and emotionally involved. And I feel like there are stories like this that have happened. There are multiple stories like this. There are loads, but not all of them make headlines, and not all of them get a lot of publicity. And the ones that get the publicity are the ones where you kind of really need to pay close attention. And it's just like the Kanika Jenkins situation. I mean, people go missing and people die on a day-to-day basis in Chicago, and most of these are just faces, you know, with a headline, missing girl last seen here, or missing guy last seen there, and that is it. But I think the thing that's quite significant about it is the more you look into that case, the more you realise there's a lot of stuff that is just weird, and it's kind of to the point, does it or doesn't it make sense? But there's so much evidence given to you where you kind of just, it makes you just want to look into it more and more. And what you've got to remember, when you're looking into these things more and more, it kind of distracts you from what is going on in everyday to-day life. So I would say the best way to say it, it's like a false flag attack, in a sense where you have things that happen to distract you from laws that are being introduced, bills that are being passed, you know, rights that are being given or taken away. Things happen and we're unaware of them. So anyway, guys, you know, I will follow this story, and if there is anything else that pops out about it, I will make a video on it. But my main thoughts really is, why has this case resurfaced? Why are celebrities jumping on it? What's made this case, you know, what's made this case grab your attention? Because obviously the story is horrific, but this is not new. This is old. This, you know, she was convicted of this crime in 2009. You know, I saw the documentary about this in 2012, so this is 5 years later now. But anyway, guys, comments, let me know your thoughts. Let's have a little discussion about it. And yeah, as I said, I will put up another video if there is anything else relevant to it. So if you do like my channel, please like, share and subscribe.